E for MarketWizards.com and eMiniWizard.com, reminding traders to use risk capital you can afford to lose. It's about 10 o'clock on the 22nd of May, 2019. And we are advising anybody that has played alongside. We had suggested 52 support, trying to get to the 60.75 half gap to 61s. And anything above that is obviously the good fortune. The bottom of the pipe is held at 48. Support is holding for now. We'd said 49. Make sure you're paid down here, bottom of the pipe. And now anybody that's at the 60, the 62s, for sure, you take your profits. If you want more, you got to have a trailer. Some of you guys I know like to push it. If you like to push it, that's up to you. But first primary target that we wanted to see get retested was coming up into the half gap, not the gap. This is a great trade. And you can see where we are, top of the pipe on the intraday. So this paid for sure by 54s, 52, your support. That trade has worked. And this was all done fast. And whenever you do this fast, turn your mind around and say, you know, we can go back and retest that. Look how fast this was. Boop, boop, boom. And look how fast the tail formed under here. So this is just a intuition type call that the best trade is going to be the convenient trade to come back and do the range trade. There's certain trade logic that's out there, and all you're looking to do is find high odds trades. Those of you who are one-way traders and wanted to come and close the gap, I'm sure disappointed. A lot of traders are that way. Once you get it started, they think crash, crash, crash. But they, especially on a day like today with news coming out, you know, traders also want to take profits, and that causes a swing in the opposite direction. And that's why we get a lot of range trading in the S&P. Go back and look at this chart that we had also talked about. Said make sure as we come up into this box, we're holding this box for now, attempting to test into that 60 and a quarter, 60 and a half area. So we'll keep that in mind also. Seek nice post. Your red line target. It's right here. Anybody that's long, let's see, 9, 15, you've got about 10 o'clock. Anybody that wants the gap is certainly available. The question is on a risk and reward idea right now. That's the problem. And I think the low is already in now, because we know that a big boy has supported this trade, or you wouldn't come back this far. Bingo. Get paid for sure. If you've got a trailer and you want to manage it for a few minutes, up to you. But my recommendation, and I'm not like some of you guys who like to really push it. Some of you guys like to push. But I'm trying to suggest to traders, get your 4 to 5 points per contract. And why would you squander that in this great trade? Make sure you're paid here. It's just common sense. We need one more rotation. And I do think the low is in for now. I think these guys have held. And now we'll check the RTH chart. A little something for everybody. Pre-market, the shorts owned it. RTH right now, the longs are doing a contra to that range. And we'd said, let's use that 52 as a RTH aggressive support. Good trade if you got part of that trade, that swing long. I think the low is in for now. I'm not talking just RTH. I'm talking about, the overall day. And anytime we get a push to the 60 back, that's usually indicative of a stronger push, right? And the reason, because it's a 456. 4, 5, 6. Week would be stall right here at 56 and keep coming back this way. Normal is come back to the 5, and then that's where the rotation comes in. Everybody who is, thinking new lows coming, they're holding trailers. But that's why I'd said you got to be paid by this 54, because I'm looking at this as the middle of that swing from down here to up here, and saying if that middle holds and we come out the top, then the 6 is available. So the real key is understanding that rotation. If you want to be a better day trader, or even obviously a swing trader or position trader, you've got to understand that this swing to this swing, and it's conveniently marked right here. We know that. So we know that this swing from low to high on this swing has a middle back here, and then when it comes out, the 6 target becomes available. And guys that want the 7, 8, and whatever, okay, maybe, but now you got to be holding the middle of those swings. So there's a perfect, maybe we can go higher, maybe we got to squeeze on some traders, but it certainly gives you the opportunity to make sure you are paid. And then you can always jump back in. There are times like this when you step out and you say, wait a minute, this thing is still going. I'm getting back in. Sometimes you'll jump back in 2 or 3 times when you say, okay, I think they're going to 55s, maybe 52s. And if we get a 20-pointer, we're going all the way down here to 49, 48. So you jump back in, going with the rhythm, because it's a knife. And then we get the setup closer to the open, and then we get, obviously, what we should, the convenient trade. So it's a matter of trade logic. And today will be a day where, we're obviously going to wait for some news. Anybody that's already traded the half gap trade or traded early today, you've already got your day made. So save some powder is my advice. This is a great opening swing for us.